I'm Colleen Bierstein, the Smart Cookie Cook, and I have exciting news to share with you today. Smart Cookie is officially 1 year old. That's right, it's my birthday, and you know the perfect way to celebrate a birthday is with cake. Now naturally, when trying to decide what kind of cake to make, I asked myself, well, what's my favorite cake? Well, the problem is I have two. I love a good strawberry cake, but I also adore coconut cream cake. How is one supposed to choose? Well, that's the thing. We aren't going to choose. We're going to make both delicious flavors in one amazing cake. We're doing a coconut strawberry poke cake, and it's going to marry together my most favorite kinds of cakes in the world. So let me break this down for you. I have a pan here of strawberry cake baked into 9x13. This is the fluffiest, lightest, moist strawberry cake. So delicious, so much better than a box. And you can get this recipe on my website right now. All I did was bake it up. What we're going to do is poke holes in it, hence why it's called a poke cake, and then we're going to pour a strawberry syrup over it, which will soak in and just be succulent. And we're also going to pour in some cream of coconut, so we really infuse it with that coconut flavor. Finally, we're going to top it with a whipped cream mascarpone coconut frosting. If that doesn't sound amazing, then you're crazy. So this is what I'm using to do my poking. It's actually a knife sharpener, but it has just the right size for poking holes into our cake. You can also use the end of a wooden spoon. So, poke cake, exactly as it sounds. We're going to start poking it. Do some evenly spaced holes. And make sure you really get them in there because the cake likes to kind of shrink back up. But we're not going to let it. We want some good craters for soaking up all that delicious liquid. And I actually carved off the very top of my cake for two reasons. For one, it was dome shaped from baking. It just rises naturally. And I want it to be nice and perfectly flat when I frost it. Secondly, that part of the cake is extremely moist, and I didn't want it to act like a barrier keeping the other liquids from soaking into our cake like a sponge. Alright, so first, I'm going to pour our strawberry syrup over the top. Here's the thing with poke cakes. It's going to look like a lot of liquid. I promise you, it's all going to soak in. You want to use it all. Alright, and next I got our sticky, gooey cream of coconut. It's going to be wonderful paired with the sweet strawberry. I'm just going to start drizzling, and then we can kind of spread it out too with the spatula after. Well, look who decided to join us for the birthday celebration. It's Reese. Reese can always be found if there's food afoot. She has radar and she just comes running. But maybe since it's a special occasion, we'll let her have a little piece of cake. Okay, it's time for my very favorite part. We're going to make the frosting. This is a whipped cream mascarpone coconut frosting. It's going to be fluffy but rich at the same time. So I have 1.5 cups powdered sugar in here to make it nice and sweet. And then we are going to add 2 cups of nice, cold, heavy cream. It's very important when you're making whipped cream that your cream is nice and cold. That's going to make it whip up a lot faster and easier. Then I'm going to add in a little bit of coconut milk so we really get that coconut flavor in the frosting too. And then we also need a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. So now we're just going to beat the crap out of it until stiff peaks form. This is just starting to stiffen up, but before we finish it off, I'm going to add our mascarpone cheese. This is 2/3 cup of mascarpone cheese at room temperature. Alright, now let's finish this off. Okay, this is perfect. You can see we've got some nice stiff peaks formed here. Now what we want to do is get our cake out of the fridge and spread this on top. Then we're going to finish it with a layer of shredded coconut. Okay, here is our beautiful cake out of the fridge. And what did I tell you? All that liquid soaked right in. It's just like a sponge, a really delicious sponge. Okay, so let's scoop all of this luscious frosting on top and smooth it out pretty. I'm using it all. Raise your hand if you just want to take a nosedive into this cake right now, because I do. happy birthday to me, right? Okay, now let's just finish this off with a little bit of shredded coconut. So we are just going to sprinkle this like freshly fallen snow over top of our cake. So pretty. Okay, so this was 1.5 cups total of the coconut that we're putting on here. Okay, now before I send you guys off, I really want you to see how pretty this is on the inside. So let's slice it up and maybe sing happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday Smart Cookie, happy birthday to me. But it's a happy birthday for everybody because you can enjoy a slice of this cake too. Plus look how pretty it is with the little swirls of that strawberry syrup sinking in. Freaking delicious. So what you need to do before summer ends is get yourself in the kitchen and make this moist, flavorful strawberry coconut poke cake. I guarantee you won't regret it. It's heaven in a slice. So if you have a birthday quickly approaching or perhaps a friend's birthday and you don't know what kind of cake to make, just ask yourself this. What would the Smart Cookie cook?
Please.
Honey, stop it. Stop it.
Grease pot.
You're such a bad sport. This isn't gonna work.